Let's do it.
I'm a little bit off today, I cannot put my finger on it. Got up a little off today, just to play that same old song. I don't really want to try today, I see nothing in my reflection. I'm a little bit dry today, I feel like I could die today.
Silent.
I choose to waive that right.
Are you saying we shouldn't help our customers? The law requires that I answer no. We're supposed to help people. We're supposed to help.
Hello, welcome to LTM Reviews to get you caught up on the oldest movies. Today's kind of a stinker today. I know it's been a while. I just want to say I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been working on a few other things. And after watching this movie, I kind of fell through a little bit of a deep depression. The movie I am, of course, talking about is Epic Movie. Now, for those who don't know, Epic Movie was created by the Salsa Freeberg parody movies. Or the guy who is known for, the guys that are known for those parody movies like Scary Movie, Disaster Movie, which I've already covered before, date movie, superhero movie, Meet the Spartans, dance flick. Known for a lot of terrible parody movies, and Epic Movie was one of them. So, Epic Movie has a really complicated plot. You got 4 kids from 4 different movies. They're basically from, it's like a parody of Narnia. And basically, they're on their quest to stop Willy Wonka, and that's it. That's the whole freaking movie. There is no story. Epic Movie fails on so many different levels. Now, is it as bad as Disaster Movie? Yeah, but, well, not really, but it's pretty close. Disaster Movie is without a doubt their worst movie. And I don't think anything could be as near as bad as that movie. So, let's talk about the movie. What didn't work in Epic Movie was its story. The story really, really, really sucks, honestly. I wish it would have been really well utilized and would have been really well handled, and it just didn't work for me. The characters were very one note, very generic, and just seemed like they're and while I do give at least try to be original, it just didn't work for me because the characters really suck and they're very unlikable. They're not original, they're not likable, they're just kind of forgettable. The humor wasn't funny. I barely laughed in this movie, except for maybe about a couple chuckles, but that's about it. Mostly from Willy Wonka, which I will say, as bad as it is, I do find Willy Wonka, which is a parody, which the parody of Willy Wonka was probably the only funny thing about the movie. That was it. The pacing was very slow. I did not, like I said, some of the jokes fall flat. And now let's talk about the biggest crime that this movie has, and just like Disaster Movie, it's shoving in as many references as possible. Now, I don't mind references in movies. That's because I grew up with movies like this. But if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do pop culture references or just make parodies of different movies, you wanna limit them a little bit. Maybe just focus on one movie or just 1 or 2 movies. Maybe less than 4 or 5 movies. Try to parody some of those. If you're going to shove in as just many references without any purpose, it's not going to work. Your movie fails. I mean, let's be honest. There was a pirate, the thing with Salsa and Freebird is that they're not parodying movies like they're not just parodying one movie or just whatever's popular. They're just doing movies from the past few years. Like, for example, in this movie, they're parodying Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Pirates of the Caribbean, Narnia, Harry Potter. There's a lot of references to those movies. And those were just movies that were made for the time. And really, and I love, as much as I love the early 2000s, the movie's just kind of dated, honestly. When you shove in as many references as possible, it kind of gets boring, with no joke. I mean, Scary Movie, for example, which I think I've already reviewed, but I can't remember, works pretty well because while it does satirize a couple movies, they add substance to their humor. This movie just feels like they just watched Scary Movie and they said, you know what, we could do the same, just make it an epic movie. Make fun of epic movies, big giant blockbusters. and it just doesn't work. So, not really much to say about Epic Movie. Honestly, it's just a forgettable piece of crap that shouldn't have been made. Though, if you like this movie, if you love the people involved in this movie, I get it. I mean, you're gonna have that one person in your life that likes parody movies like this. But for me, I just didn't. It was just boring. It was tedious. It was long. It wasn't that funny. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's probably the worst movie of 2007. Which I've been making top 10 best and worst movies of the 2000s, and so far 2007, this is probably the worst so far. Though I haven't even made that list yet, so keep an eye on that. Overall, I don't recommend this movie unless you just want to see it as a so bad it's a good film, but otherwise, I don't recommend Epic Movie. Overall score, 2.5 out of 10. It's just, stay away from this movie for all I care. You're better off watching the first 3 or 4 scary movies than this. Okay, I know I've been taking a while to make these videos, guys. Sorry it's been taking so long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm working on Flickman, which is supposed to be ready in about sometime, releasing it in October. I'm almost finished with the episode. Y'all keep in touch on that. Comment now. The question for the night is, what's your favorite parody movie? Please subscribe, comment below, let me know. This is LTM signing out. I'll see you guys next time.
Okay, Jonathan. No more banging my daughter. My turn.
Enough of that. Go away, Daniel! Well, you're going to get it now!
Peace.